All right. You see us?
I did, yeah. I see us. Looks good.
All right, good deal. Welcome, everybody, to the Varsity Esports News 2023 Spring LOL State Playoff pre-game show where we talk about our picks for the League of Legends tournament here in Arkansas.
Woo, that was a mouthful, trying
It
to
was. It was
rattle that off
unrehearsed
well.
as well.
Hey, I
How
can't
about you
wait.
guys? Yep, that's what I'm saying, Pooey. I've been waiting for this for months now. I'm so ready to watch these kiddos play, man. They're so fun, so talented, and makes me feel very pathetic whenever I play League of Legends and watch them play. It just makes me want to uninstall the game.
Yes, it's very tough. It's very tough to play after watching them.
Yeah, it is.
Fair enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through some of our picks and talk about some of these games coming up. Of course, we'll know more about each one of these as we get into it. Unfortunately for us, Clinton did not make the big show. The big show. We missed it by a few games, so we're licking our wounds and enjoying everybody else's success.
That's fair.
Yeah, wish we could have been there, but since how we're not, it does kind of help us be free to stream. So it kind of works out in that aspect. Like I said, wish we were in there, just like Chuck's talking about. But since how we're not, we're going to enjoy all this salty League of Legends action that's going to be coming in this playoff.
It's coming, sir, and there's a lot of familiar faces in this lineup this year as well.
Yeah, starting off with Mavericks Esports. They are the team to beat. They are the lead horse. They are the one to track down. I know AG Turtle's been working hard to make sure that happens and doing all his game research and probably watching more League of Legends than humanly possible.
Probably so.
Fair enough. So we're going to break this down. We each filled out our brackets and we each got thoughts on how these things are going to unroll. I do believe that I need to start off with Fui and work our way in order as we continue down.
All right, are we going to just do our whole first round first, or are we going to? Is that how we want to do it?
Yeah, we can do it that way.
Okay. For my round one, I'm going to go with Maverick Esports over the Wolves. It's going to be a really tough matchup for number 16 coming in here. I know the top 16 teams are all very good. The gap really narrows when you start getting that top 16. We didn't have a top 32 for this bracket. So my pick's going to be Maverick here just because I picked against them before, Chuck, and didn't work out too good on my bracket last time. So I'm going to go ahead and give them the dub there because they proved me wrong. Like you said, AG Turtle putting in that workhorse for that team. MQZ also very, very good. They got good, strong players across the board, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to give them the edge. And I'm going to put them going against Kim Chi in that round two. I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to Wes Yandel over there and his team. He's taking on April Coates. I know it's going to be a good matchup. We're going to stream that one. I'm ready to watch it. It's going to be tons and tons of fun. But I this is just off gut feeling. I have no reason. I said number 8, number 9. I know it's going to be super close, but I'm going to give Kim Chi the edge on that one. And we go down to Tibbers versus Trojans of Legend.
Yeah.
Chuck,
Yeah.
got to give it to the Tibbers here. Got Tibbers in the lab. Let's go Tibbers. That's all I got to say. Coach Matt Moore got that team fired up. Chuck, I'm telling you, he's got them fired up and ready to play. I think he might actually be playing in the bottom lane with his daughter there. So, no, not really. But anyhow, I'm going to give the edge to them. And I'm also going to give and Bryant versus BWHS. I'm going to go with Bryant on that. No Coach Moore. Got his team ready to roll. So I think we're going to see Tibbers and High Five for Delta Swarm and High Five Rising.
Yeah.
I'm going to give the edge to Delta Swarm there. Jerry Harvey got his team ready to play. They went through the tornado here just recently, but they've still been playing all their esports matches. So big kudos to them for pulling everything together and and
Yeah,
playing.
absolutely. You know they were affected by that storm, and mentally, it's got to be tough for those kids. Just to go back and go through their town, seeing that thing devastated like it was. But glad to see them competing. Maybe it'll give them something to celebrate.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and give the edge to Gentry on that next match against Don Tyson.
Whoa, buddy.
I'm going to pick the underdog on this
Wow.
one. I know Don Tyson's a juggernaut. I'm just going off. Like I said, I just went off gut feeling on my bracket. Or real familiar with all these teams, but I'm going to give Gentry the edge there in Northwest Arkansas. And Morrilton, just not too far down the road from us, coming in at number 3 versus Pocahontas, Chuck's alma mater there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm picking the underdog on this one too, Chuck. I'm picking Phoenix. I'm going to go with Adam Hand. We've watched them play a couple times. We've played against them. I just got a feeling that Phoenix is going to show up and show out. Just don't know why. Don't have any reason. I just think it's going to happen. And then if we look at ASMSA, Rabbit Hole versus Fearsome 5 there, going to go with the Rabbit Hole, Chuck. Watch them play too. They got a really strong team. They've had a strong team in League of Legends for the last couple of years. I know they're young. We talked to their coach there. And so that's my first round picks, Chuck.
Hey, fair enough. I think our top half of the bracket is pretty much consistent. I don't see anything changing on there. Yes, I'm with you. I think Delta Swarm's got some stuff to prove. They're going to be doing some good work. But I did have Phoenix Rising over Gentry. I don't know if maybe Craig Millsap or something, if they've got him running some automation on their systems. But I mean, if that's the case, then they you may have picked right. If they've got like their draft picks are automated by Craig Millsap, then yeah, Phoenix will have some trouble. But I do have Phoenix picked to pull that off. And at the very bottom, we've got Devil Dogs versus Phoenix. I went with my alma mater as well, and I did have some reasons why. It wasn't just a gut feeling with me. I know Adam Hand is an excellent coach. I know Devil Dogs, Morrilton, they're tough to beat, but Adam Hand had a really tough bracket. Spring is up in the air, but I'm going to bet that Adam has all his players in line and focused, and he's better than to go out in the first round. I really feel like he's going to be able to pull that off. And then, of course, Rabbit Hole over the Fearsome 5. I did get to talk to Cabot's coach while I was there in person. They're ready for it. They're raring to go, but they've even said that this is a tight field. This is going to be a tough game. So I would like to see Cabot do something there because they're kind of a newcomer into the League of Legends tournament that we hadn't really got much watching on. So I'd like to see them move up, but I think Rabbit Hole's going to take it.
Fair enough, my friend. I agree with those choices too, for the most part. So, I of course have Mavericks picked as well. I just think that the Wolves are a good team. I mean, Lake Hamilton's always pretty strong, but man, Southside's just got it going on right now. There's just too many good players in that group. I think Mavericks is gonna probably steamroll them a little bit in the first round. Next match, I know you boys got Kimchi. I'm taking the Grizzlies. Okay, I'm going with Fort Smith on this one. I've got to watch them play a little bit. I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, I think they're going to give some people. I think they're going to give some people a run for the money. So next up, I've got to go White County Central. I mean, gosh, he's like 15 minutes from me. They got a really strong team. Nothing wrong with Hot Springs. Those Trojans of legend. That's a good team as well. Records are pretty close, but I think White County's got the players, and I think he's going to edge that one out. Next up, we got High Five and Bentonville West. I think High Five is going to take it easy. Two good teams, but High Five right now, I think they're playing really good. They got some really good players. I think they're going to take that one as well. And you already mentioned Wynn. I think they're going up against the other Bryant, the High Five Rising. Delta Swarm, just too good, too good. I got to go with those guys. I'm taking them pretty deep into this. Then we got Phoenix Rising versus Gentry. I like the Gentry pick, Pooey. I like it, but man, it's hard for me to go against Don Tyson. We've
Burl
seen too
Smith.
much. We've known too much. I just think those guys this time of year, they're ready to roll. Next up, we got the Devil Dogs versus Phoenix Pocahontas. I am not picking the upset, boys. Go Morrilton.
Go
Okay,
Morrilton. He's
I,
going
I've
to get
seen,
us on that one. I think he's going
I've
to get us
seen.
on that one.
I'm just telling you, I've seen them play. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Okay, goodbye brackets for you boys. Last up, we got Rabbit Hole versus Fearsome Five, and I totally agree, man. I've seen way too much gameplay of ASMSA. Rabbit Hole gonna take it easy. I really think they're another team that I think start playoff time, they're really gonna kick it to a different gear.
All right, fair enough. So, a little dissension there, especially in the bottom part of the bracket. We got two picking the upset with Phoenix. Wu Pal standing strong with the Devil Dogs. Yeah, and then but Wu Pal, he's got his own little upset with the ATK Grizzlies. He's going against the grain in two different places there. Let's see here. We'll move on to round two. We'll just talk about the end of this series here as we go forward.
There you go. All right, Pooh Bear.
Hey, my two picks coming out of the top end of the bracket there is going to be I'm going to go with Maverick again. They proved me wrong last time, like I said before. I think that may have been the beginning of Chuck's fan club somewhere along in there too. So I'm not going to pick against them because of that, but I'm going to say we're going to see Maverick and Tibbers, and I think that is going to be. Man, that's going to be a hot match. I think that's going to be awesome to watch. I'm looking forward to it if that does come to fruition, which I believe it will because that's what I have as in my bracket. I also have Win taking on ASMSA coming out of that bottom there. And I really think that's how it's going to be. Win very, very strong. But ASMSA, they're a young team. So I think my thinking with ASMSA is they're just going to keep getting better. They're going to keep getting better. They're not getting rid of seniors. So it's a very, very young team. So the sky's the limit for that team right there.
All right, and then you got Maverick taking it home on the final.
Yes, I do have Maverick taking it home. Not going to pick against the Turtle. I'm not going against the Crane this time. I learned my lesson last time. I thought it was going to be real cute with this upset pick. Trying to play the Charles Barkley of the group or whatever. I'm going to give you a reason why they're not going to make it. I just don't see it this time. Like I said, I think we all agree they definitely are the team to beat.
Fair enough.
For sure.
All right, so as we move in, I've got Maverick upset winning against Matt's team. I hate to see Matt go out. He just doesn't have the numbers to put up against AG Turtle's crew there. So I do have Maverick going into the finals, and then Delta Swarm versus Rabbit Hole. I think Delta Swarm's going to be ready to play. They're going to be ready to make that trip, and they're going to be ready to win. But I'm going to have Maverick win it all, mainly because I know AG Turtle is a big fan of our network, and so he's going to make it happen just because of that. He's going to prove me right yet again. So.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot different on mine, guys. I think Mavericks are they're really stinking good, man. Now, I will say, I think White County Central is going to give them a run for their money. Really do. I think that as a top tier team, and I think Mavericks are going to maybe fly into that, maybe thinking maybe a little easy game, and I'm telling you it's not. White County Central is going to be ready to roll. So the top half definitely got Mavericks, White County Central, and then Mavericks moving on. Bottom side, I can't go against Delta Swarm, man. They're just too good. Wind's just too strong. But I do have them against the Devil Dogs, and I've got the Devil Dogs, boys. I'm taking Morrilton into the finals here. Okay,
Wow. Well,
I'm
if they
telling
beat
you,
Pocahontas, then yeah, they're good.
I think that's going to happen. I think that's going to be our finals. But here again, Mavericks just too strong, too good of players. Their teamwork is unparalleled. So yeah, it's hard to vote against those guys. Plus, they're 8-0
Absolutely.
right now.
Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and move back on, get re-centered here to our first game. We're going to be streaming Kimchi versus AT Grizzlies. That is Van Buren versus Fort Smith Northside. So we'll
Correct.
be streaming that Monday. I think the game starts at 4. We're hoping to get it underway and get it live. Both coaches there. I'm big fans of both coaches. I'm glad that they support us and everything that they do, and I'm glad to be able to stream their match there at the beginning. So really excited about that. Anything to be watching out for as we move on to that stream?
I think it's gonna be a good matchup to watch, guys. I mean, 8 and 9. That's about as even as you're possibly going to get in here. You know, like I said, we talked about, and you're in the top 16 for a reason. All these kids on these teams are incredible players. I'm looking forward to this matchup because I really do. I think this is going to be a close one, guys. This could be some 30, 40, 50-minute matches going on here.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to go 3 deep. It's just, I mean, actually, I'm excited that it's going to go 3 deep. I'm just afraid that I'm going to be away from home until 7:30, 8 o'clock at night because it's going to go 3 deep. Let me put it that
Hey,
way.
I'm game, buddy. I done told my wife, you better bring me some food, dear. If it goes late, we're gonna keep hammering down.
Hey, I think in that match, the player I'm really watching out for, one that I recognize immediately right off the bat, I believe it's their mid laner, is Danny. Uh, if Danny gets fed in this game at any point, it's going to be bad news for the Grizzlies and Coach Coates over there. So they're really going to have to, I think, focus on locking Danny down any way they can. Dart Turtle also, I do remember that name. Like I said, those are 2 players that I remember that are standout players. The whole team's good. Don't get me wrong, but I'm telling you, Danny can dominate an entire game. I saw it happen against us, so I know for a fact it can happen. And over here for the Attack Grizz, I'm not as familiar with their name, but I know they're a young and upcoming team also. I do remember the Loaf the Toast. I do remember that name. I've watched that player before. So if the Grizzlies can come together as a team, don't let Danny get fed. Don't let Dark Turtle get fed. And focus on objectives. They'll be just fine.
I mean, but let's mention real quick, Loaf the Toast. That's got to be one of the best names ever,
Yeah, it's
right?
it's it's
Next to
definitely up
Yeah.
there. It's definitely up there. It's right up there with Laughing Wizard, actually.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Yeah,
true.
it's right up there with Laughing Wizard, and we know how well Laughing Wizard does in these state
Hey,
finals.
yeah, true.
All right. Anything else to say? Or are we going to just watch and see what happens out there on the Rift?
Dude, I'm looking forward to this one. This is going to be a fun match to cast.
I'm excited for the standouts. I can't wait to see which kids surprise us, which kids we're not expecting to see do really well, because there's always 1 or 2 of them that pop up, and it's like, oh, wow, we underestimated them. So I'm really excited about this tournament, as we always are. And good luck to everybody involved, and we wish you could all win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Chuck. I'm excited about this. We're all going to get to stream it together, so I'm excited about having you and Wupao both on board. That always makes it fun. But yeah, these playoffs, we've got to do them a couple times, and they're always something special for us. So I know it is for the kids too. But man, they come play their hearts out, and it's just a blast to watch them play. And I feel like we're fortunate to get to be a part of it.
Well said. I totally agree, Curtis. It's a pleasure to be here. Pleasure to bring a little spotlight to these kids because this is, I'll get on my soapbox here a minute, but esports is no different than baseball, football, basketball, whatever, guys. A sport is a sport. These kids deserve recognition no matter what they're doing, what they're playing, what they're involved in. I don't care if it's band or whatever the situation is. So, I know us as fellow gamers, we can get involved in this a little easier because we just love gaming as well. And I just love to see these kids a little recognition, and hopefully we can bring a little spotlight to them as well.